Today we're talking to Jeff Ward. Jeff is the new chair of the Chadwick House Group.
Yeah, Chadwick House Group Limited, yeah.
And why are you here today, Jeff?
Well, I'm here to be at the members' lunch, which is a great honour for me. But
this
obviously,
I think these are members who are 50, 60 and 70 year members of the Charter Institute.
Yeah. So it's nice to be part of such a great organisation that goes back into the history.
Yeah.
And it'd be lovely to meet some of them and see what they were doing in those days and what they're doing now.
Okay. I believe you've just been confirmed as chair of the Chadwick House Group.
Yes, I'm absolutely delighted that I've got through the process. I've been interim chair for 4 months.
Okay.
Tremendously, I've really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And it's great now to have a 3-year tenure.
Okay.
And to really do my best to make it a very successful organisation. I started in environmental health in 1974 when in fact I joined the army. And
really?
Yeah,
okay.
I joined the army and I found environmental health through the military. Okay. I was supporting operations in those days.
Okay. This was in the days of the diploma, I guess?
Diploma, yeah. Now I started as a technical officer. In the military.
Yes.
We were called as hygiene assistants in those days.
Okay.
And I did 3 years, left the army, joined Manchester City Council, would you believe, in pest control.
I would.
And default works, which was mainly drainage.
Drainage.
And after a year, I was selected for health inspector training.
Yeah, you did well on the drains.
I did well on the drains, yeah, deep in the drains of Manchester. And eventually I was poached, would you believe. I was contacted from Forte, Trust House Forte, and asked if I'd like to try the commercial world.
Okay. So that was when you got into the private sector?
Yeah, it was about 4 years after working for Forte that I started my consultancy business. It was tremendously successful.
It was called?
Hygiene Monitoring Services, HMS Limited.
Yeah.
Tremendously successful.
Yeah.
Employed a lot of good EHOs all around the country over the years. Yeah. 20 years in business.
Wow. Based in Bath?
Based in Bath, yeah. Sold the company in 2007. But I'm also in the TA, Territorial Army. Okay. So I maintain that connection from the military all those years ago.
Okay. Well, shall we go through and meet some of the retired members?
Lovely. You have a very renowned name in this profession. It goes back, I know, a very, very long way. So it's lovely to meet you.
I started work in 1950 in Berwick.
Okay. And this was even before public health inspectors?
Yes.
That was in the 60s?
That was sanitary inspector.
That was a sanitary inspector?
Assistant sanitary inspector.
Okay.
And I made there was no television in those days, but I made the local news because this assistant sanitary inspector had added 6 pence to the rate.
Really? Oh my God!
Something like that.
Oh,
really? Something like that. There was a real fuss, and it was on the news that this guy was coming because they'd never had an assistant sanitary.
Do we need him?
That's it. Exactly.
You're known for your work in the IFEH International Partnership, aren't you?
Yes.
How did that start?
The IFH was really started, no messing, by Eric Foskett. Eric Foskett came to me one day and said, will you host a meeting in your suite at Bournemouth? Because we want to get people together.
I might have helped Eric with this idea, because when I qualified, I did a public health study tour. The first year after qualifying, I did a public health study tour of India, and came back and did a presentation. I think it was at Rochdale Town Hall, in front of all the council leaders, all the EHOs were there, Eric was there, and he said, that's a damn good idea, Jeff, that. Think about public health overseas. Well done, son. The next minute he disappears, and I think he started talking to you.
That's really
so it might be, you know, I might have certainly influenced him, if nothing else.
Well, I mean, you can't take it away from it. It was Eric Foskett's baby. It really was.